So the interesting thing that we've got here about this particular wavelength, it being the exact wavelength and duration and power of matter and antimatter colliding, is that answers some questions to some of the miracles of Jesus's resurrected body. If this is the case, we know that from the scriptures, Jesus's resurrected body could pass through walls and lock doors, but then at the same point, he could sit and eat fish. So that total displacement of matter and then the um, reconstruction of his body where his he could be touched um, is an effect of antimatter annihilation. So in his resurrected body, Jesus could and did relocate at will, according to the story. And this explanation, of course, is not accepted by scientists, by all scientists, because it's still theoretical. But as far as what we know of the theory, we're pretty close to getting some understanding of antimatter annihilation and being able to connect it to say that it is possible that Jesus could have walked through walls and then hugged his friends and ate fish with them. Super fascinating. So there's no way of understanding this other than it being authentic. Um, at the last public showing of the Shroud in 2015, there was over 2 million pilgrims that came to see the Shroud. Why are they going there? And there are many theories about when the Shroud was made. One is that the Shroud fell through the body of Christ as it passed through the walls. And if it had been still wrapped up and Jesus had just kind of fell through the Shroud, how would the body have gotten out of the Shroud with the Shroud still wrapped up? Um, so seeing a wrapped shroud without a body in it would easily have made Peter and John believe. So here I am left with this problem. I'm left with this issue of if the shroud is authentic and we have no way of replicating this shroud, and we have a theory that the image occurred onto the shroud when Jesus rose from the dead, are we actually saying here that we have evidence, scientific evidence, that's supported by modern scientific um, procedures and theory? Is it possible that we have evidence of the historicity of the resurrection of Jesus? Is it possible that the resurrection has scientific evidence? And if that's the case, if it's real, if the resurrection of Jesus is real, what am I supposed to do with that? Am I supposed to assume that all of it's real? That's the question. That's the fun question here, is what do I do with all this? Remember at the beginning I said I don't like to have strings. So how did it happen? What other theories are there? The only the second, beside it being authentic, the only other possibility that I could even conceive of would be what, aliens? And that's funny, right? But that might be the second possibility, is technology that is beyond what we can do today or during the Middle Ages when forgeries happened, or even in the first century. We don't have a way for this to have happened. Maybe aliens did. Not that alien, evidences that people claim throughout the world today have pictures of aliens on cloths. You don't. This would have to be something unique, or it could be that it's authentic, and that poses a whole lot of spiritual problems to say that it is possible that the Shroud of Turin is the burial cloth of the resurrected Jesus. Thanks for watching, guys.